I'm Paw Daddy from Paw Daddy's Blind Hog Barbecue. Have you ever tried smoked shotgun shells? They are probably one of the best appetizers in barbecue. These things are so delicious, but they can be just a little bit of pain to make. Well, they don't really have to be. Now, in my previous video on shotgun shells, I filled those shells using a meat grinder and then refrigerated them overnight and then smoked them the following day. That's probably one of the most popular procedures for making these wonderful treats. Now, I'm talking about the refrigerating overnight part. Today, I'm gonna show you what I consider the best way to fill those shells and how to get the shells on the table in a matter of hours instead of days. Now, the first thing we're gonna do is parboil a box of large manicotti shells. Bring a pot of water to a rolling boil. And yes, you can do this in cast iron, just don't do it all day in cast iron. Add a little bit of salt, maybe 1 teaspoon or so. Drop in the manicotti shells and then start the timer for 6 minutes. Yes, 6 whole minutes. I've seen suggestions that say that parboiling for shotgun shells should be limited to 1.5 minutes. Now that probably holds true unless you're gonna fill them up like I do today, and I'll cover that in detail shortly. Now when those 6 minutes are up, you wanna remove the shells from the boiling water, and we're gonna go straight into a cold water bath. Now this will stop the cooking process. When they're cooled down in the water, we're gonna take them out and put them on a cooling rack. Okay, we're gonna make the filling for the shells. So today my recipe calls for 2 pounds of breakfast sausage. So let's get that 2 pounds of sausage into the mixing bowl. 8 ounces of cream cheese softened. 2 cups of grated cheese. Now I'm using Colby Jack. 4 chopped green onions. 8 jalapeno peppers, diced. I'm using no seeds and no core. 2 tablespoons of minced garlic. 1 teaspoon black pepper. 1 teaspoon Lawry seasoned salt. Now this is the part where you can add whatever else you got in mind to put in yours. Then mix it up by hand, and when it starts getting thoroughly mixed, it should become somewhat tacky as you mix it. And then just like that, we're ready to fill those parboiled manicotti shells. Now a lot of people like to use a freezer bag, one with a clip corner to stuff those shells. That's probably just not a good option when you're using parboiled shells because they'd probably be too soft to work with. If you got a sausage stuffer, of course, that'll get the job done, but it certainly might be considered overkill. You also need to evaluate just how much cleanup time's involved and how much product's gonna be lost. Now, the last time I made a shotgun shell video, I mixed up some beef and pork, and I used my small meat grinder, and I also used that for filling the shells. So it wasn't ideal, and that point was definitely driven home when it came time to do the cleanup part. The short time after I published that video, a friend of mine, Jose, who's down in South Texas, called me up and he let me know that he had made those shotgun shells and that they turned out great. He also told me that he used thick cut bacon and he filled those shells up with his jerky gun. Now he was absolutely right. Thick cut bacon's amazing, and the jerky gun makes filling quick and easy as well. So shout out to Jose. Okay, that's exactly what I'm doing here today. I'm gonna be using my jerky gun from Meet Your Maker. And it has a 1.5 pound capacity. I chose to use the shorter stainless steel tube for the filling the shells because it lends itself to less waste and for easier cleanup. So remember, we started with 2 pounds of sausage plus the other ingredients. So that 2 pounds tells us we're probably gonna have to fill this gun twice to get this project done. Start filling the shells, making sure not to overpressure them. Fill the first side, then rotate them around and fill them from the other end. Now this is so easy, it's definitely the way to go. Jerky guns are kind of in the $20 to $50 range. You could spend more, you could spend less, depending on what you find. They pretty much work just like a caulking gun. You don't have to have a jerky gun to make shotgun shells, but you just might owe it to yourself to get one, especially if you plan on making this one of your specialties. The jerky gun makes the fun factor go way, way up. Now that those shells are almost all filled, you take that tip off the jerky gun, you push that last little bit of filling out of the tip with the handle of a wooden spoon. And then I'm just gonna steal a little bit from a few shells to complete this last shell. This recipe was exactly enough to fill 1 box of manicotti shells, 14 shells in all. Remember that these shells are all packed because I used the jerky gun to get them done right. Now we're gonna wrap each of the shells with 2 pieces of the thick cut bacon, and then you wanna sprinkle on your favorite barbecue rub. So I'm using Cosmos Q Cow Cover Hot. Season them all the way around. You can see I have everything on a cooling rack, so put that rack in your smoker and start that smoker up, or you can start that smoker up and then put the shotgun shells in. The point is, you don't need to preheat your smoker. Putting them in early like this lets you take advantage of the smoke production from the lower temperature startup. Smoke somewhere around 250 to 275 degrees. A tip, the smaller your smoker is, then you'll probably need to stay at the lower end of that temperature range. I'm using B&B Championship Blend pellets. I'm also using the Meat Stick 4X to track this cook. 165 degrees Fahrenheit is the target temperature. You generally expect to hit 165 degrees in about an hour if you preheated your smoker. But with the running start, it's gonna take a little bit longer. You can rotate that cooling rack of shells at about 30 minutes just to help even out the cooking process. When they hit 165 degrees Fahrenheit, take them out of the smoke. We're gonna glaze those shells with barbecue sauce. Don't be bashful, get them coated up. Now it's back on the smoker for 15 minutes. Now that's it for the smoking part. I let them rest at least 5 minutes if you can wait that long. Smoked shotgun shells. They look absolutely magnificent. They taste even better than they look. Okay, in a nutshell, I showed you how easy parboiling is, and you can serve these great shotgun shells the same day that you make them. Using a jerky gun to fill up those shells is sure to make you smile. It's quicker, easier, and it's better than any other method. The thick bacon's a no-brainer. Now all you gotta do is hit that like button on your way out, consider subscribing, and hope to see you next time at Paw Daddy's Blind Hog Barbecue.